Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. And the New York Jets taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Arizona Cardinals. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22.
Braxton Berrios on
the Jets offense ready for their first possession, and they are led by the 23-year-old from USC in his third year now, quarterback Sam Darnold.
Year 3 now of Sam Darnold being the starting quarterback with the New York Jets, and as you might expect, some ups and downs along the way. That's what happens with young quarterbacks. Last year, 19 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, had to play through some sickness and injury, but the Jets really believe in this guy and showed it by upgrading their offensive line in order to get him more protection moving forward.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun now from Murray. Being chased out left. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Jordan Hicks.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
1-yard gain. Brings up.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On second down, it's Bell. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
On the carry. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
5-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, rookie Braden Mann will punt for the Jets as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 25-yard line.
From the gun, it's Drake. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Made at the 36-yard line.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
On first down, Drake. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Let's go, D. 54's mark, 54's mark.
From the 41, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And DeAndre Hopkins with another catch. And let's face it, when Arizona made this trade, there had to be no one happier than quarterback Kyler Murray, who had been pushing his management to draft his college teammate C.D. Lamb out of Oklahoma. But when they made the trade for DeAndre Hopkins, they didn't need to do that anymore. This guy's an all-pro receiver. He's been the top 3 in receptions the last 2 seasons. And now with Larry Fitzgerald already there, and you add DeAndre Hopkins, the possibilities endless for the Arizona Cardinals in the passing game.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cardinals 7, Jets nothing.
the gun. Murray. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches. And his guys are going to go for it. On the ground with a tight end. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Strip that ball. Return. 58. Come on. Let him know.
To throw is Darnold. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The football going back over to Arizona now. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle.
Second and
defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Big stop. Let's go.
From the 41, Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For the last few seasons, it's almost been sport for us in the media to see if Larry Fitzgerald was going to call it quits and cap off what I believe is a Hall of Fame career. But now he's entered season number 17, second on the all-time receptions list, just 171 catches behind Jerry Rice, and maybe he's found new life as he continues to pile up the big numbers.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 24, Murray. And now he'll tuck it and run. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 20-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
From the gun, Murray. Forced out to his left. He's going to touchdown, Arizona.
Murray on the keeper. Touchdown, Arizona.
Yes, indeed, touchdown Kyler Murray. You remember as a rookie, 4 rushing touchdowns. But he's one of those players who's not just quick, but awfully fast. Had 12 rushing touchdowns at Oklahoma during his Heisman Trophy winning season in 2018. Expect him to expand on using his legs in the future.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From the 6. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. at their own.
And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
59 mark, check.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
All right, just call the call. We're going to play. Come on now.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Darnold. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's Braden Mann now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. A big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's when it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and try to account for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays, even his running. But when it's a play where you just can't really say, okay, that's how the play's supposed to go, what they call broken plays, that's when the X and O doesn't work. That's when their Jimmy is better than your Joe.
Steps away to his left. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Single, slot. Hey,
here's Murray from midfield. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down. It's Drake shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Cardinals.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. It was a terrific first half from the former #1 overall pick, Kyler Murray. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 24.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Jets 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
At their own 25. 25-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He starts by handing this off to Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A gain of 6
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Here's Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, even I can figure out that DeAndre Hopkins is clearly one of the best receivers in the game. Over the last 3 seasons, over 1,100 yards in each season. And don't forget, defenses have been keying on him each and every snap. This guy produces no matter what the situation, no matter what the coverage. Just find him and get him the football.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Murray again. Fitzgerald on the slant. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now he'll pull it down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Holding offense.
Man, this is ridiculous, man.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So another snag for Fitzgerald, who in 2015 became the youngest player at age 32 to hit 1,000 receptions. He's piling up some more.
Well, the way he's playing today, it's almost like he's trying to get a second 1,000 just in one contest. And when they're operating this well and clicking like that, well, that's a big reason why they're winning the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. And the Jets' defense making things difficult there. 4th down. On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal.
A 29-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Jets 7.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. At their
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll look to throw right away. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Darnold's pass.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. 2nd down and 10, Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken in at the 22. Oh, what a juke into space. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Down, Arizona.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Murray now on 1st down. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Williams.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Shotgun now from Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to... Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. New York set to take the field. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Now time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Murray sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Following Throwing that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside.
That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown.
Complete to number 13.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Gonzalez to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. New York ready to go again offensively. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
On first down, Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And Darnold, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, and being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, Murray stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Jet sweep. Here's Fitzgerald. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Jets 7. Zane Gonzalez.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So out now come the Jets. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On first down, it's Darnold. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And now it's second down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. To the air again, Darnold. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On 1st and 10, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. They still can't get it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. And that one's incomplete. 3 seconds left, and barring a penalty, this next play should be our last. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. One last throw now for Darnold. And that is pulled in by Herndon for a Jets touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Andy Isabella. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Today's final score, Cardinals.
A road
31.
win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.